Well, for me, the Sport and Motors TV for this championship makes it probably the most prestigious club-based championship there's ever been in the UK. So I'd have to say it'd be the biggest achievement in my racing so far if I could win it.
James, you said in the interview we did back in March, just before the championship season started, that if you did win this championship it would be the biggest win of your career so far. One round to go, 25-point lead. You must be feeling pretty good with things as they stand.
Yeah, I'm overjoyed. 25-point lead going into the last round. It's a very good position to be in. Unless I get excluded in the last round, I've won the championship, so it's pretty safe, and I'm very happy with the situation as it stands.
And what do you put your success down to this season?
Well, in my interview prior to the season starting, I mentioned consistency being the key to having a good championship. That's certainly been the case. I've been on the podium 6 of the 8 rounds in the championship, 4th in 1, and I've had one bad round, but that hasn't dragged me down too much. Other people such as Joe Boullen have had DNFs and black flags, etc., and that's cost them a lot. My dad, obviously, he's worked very hard. He's been up early hours of the morning some days. I had to go to work as well, so I'm very happy, very thankful to him as well.
You've stuck with the Haas chassis for 3 years now. It's not necessarily one of the more popular brands, but you've had a lot of success with it. You're even 4th in the British Open, of course, this season, earlier in the season. And not just the success that you've had in Motors TV, you've had a success there, and you're still battling for the Manchester and Buxton Kart Club Championship, which takes place on the day after the Motors TV series. So a lot of success on the chassis. Not being tempted to look at something else, perhaps?
I wouldn't be tempted to move unless there was a significant improvement, and I haven't found that. I found the Haas very good.
As far as sponsorship is concerned, of course, I know you're still looking for sponsorship. How important is that to you over the next couple of years?
Well, to move on, sponsorship is vital, really. We've achieved this success on our budget, but to move forward seriously, it's going to be pretty impossible without sponsorship. It's going to play a key role, a vital role in the next couple of years of my career.
And assuming that you get some sort of sponsorship going forward, what would be your ultimate ambition, perhaps, as in racing?
Well, every kid's ambition's Formula 1, but that's not feasible really at this moment. I'd love to do touring cars. It's a really interesting, exciting formula, and I'd really enjoy to do that.
Minimax for the 11 to 16s then. Jordan King, first time in the championship, going off pole. William Hunter and Ben Duncalf behind, going off 2 and 3. They've been in the cadets already this season. Pippa Coleman for Silkeleen off P4. Chris Clayton's turned invisible since we last saw him. He's on 5. Matt Parry on 6. Luke Russell 7. Then comes Stephen Batho for Bryden Holmes. Jordan Holmes, a winner 2 months ago. Tom Durbridge goes off P10. Jamie Fegan comes next. Then Roy Gill for Asphalt Works going off P12. Matt Isherwood for Plumbase off 13. Scary Ross comes next, he's on 14. Then Joe Charlton off 15. Matt Gibson 16. Off 17 for Advanced Composites is Josephine Ferrada, then Shanade Gress. Roy Anderson third in the championship, Joe Boullen second in the championship, and as we have already seen, James Theodore, the championship leader. The Minimax class sponsored by Dartford Karting for ages 11 to 16. They're off and running. Will they all get through turn 1 safely? They will not. Kart 34 has been turned round, and that is the poleman, his first appearance in the championship. A big old Motors TV cuddly welcome for Jordan King, or not, as the case may be. They're through Dunlop hairpin. Theodore, the championship leader's made up a few. We've got Duncalf off in Dunlop hairpin, along with Stephen Batho. There's Batho 17, Duncalf is 32. They've obviously had some sort of tangle. Talking of tangles, before this race even got underway, I'm going to show you some footage of earlier on. Before the race started, here's Roy Anderson, third in the championship, on the rolling lap. Look at this, the kart stopped, and here comes Dancing Roy. Oh no, my championship's over. Oh, I can't believe it. No, oh, please. What's going on? Dad, oh, we've got to go in. He's got to go in. Jumps back in, and they get him going again. All that dancing around for nothing. The race was red flagged anyway, and we had to restart. And Ben's got Ian Blair, the clerk of the course, down on the middle of the track, and he's going to explain what happened.
Ian, we had a restart at the start of the race, and viewers might not have seen it. Why did it restart? Because it looked like everyone was in position. Well, what we had a problem with the start lights on the first start. They turned to red halfway through the pack, so we sent them round again. At that point, I think there was a little miscommunication between myself and the start line. I thought we were going round for another formation lap to get everybody back in position. Start line set them off, so we had some false start flags out and some drivers racing. We then had a driver who stopped out on circuit and was one of the front runners. In my opinion, it was probably fairer all round. We actually stopped it, let everybody calm down, get back into the positions properly, and let number 3 back in the race. And then we could have a fair and even race for everyone.
Ian Blair, fair and even. He's getting soft in his old age. Theodore slides down the inside of he slides down the inside of 24. That's Matthew Parry. Theodore through to 6th place, going through the second part of Luna there, the right-hander. Pippa Coleman, Shennington Kart Club champion this season, driving now for Extreme Racing. She's on a Tony kart this weekend for the first time, lent to her by Strawberry Racing as they go 3 abreast down into the left-hander. That's not going to work, surely. No, Roy Gill holds on. Fegan in second in that little group. Boullen helps himself to the spot up the inside of Scary Ross. That's Ross Anderson. Anderson's having none of that, is he? Boullen will try to go up the inside. No, Scary Ross holds him off. Joe will do him in this left-hander though, and does so. Left-hander here out onto Rogerson's, a favourite overtaking spot. Kart 24, that's Matthew Parry. Pippa Coleman's gone through. There's Gill in second place, Fegan third. Joe Boullen Kart 2, second in the championship in 4th place. Then comes Scary Ross, number 8. He's in 5th, followed by the championship leader Theodore. They all come through turn 1. Parry's 24, 3 is Anderson, 5 Ferrada. Then comes 13, Jordan Holmes, win a couple of months ago. Then Gress and King. They're followed by Hunter in Minimax for the first time. Isherwood from Bryn Huffrey School, Charlton Gibson and Chris Clayton. Chris Clayton 26. He's been racing junior Ginetta this year, racing cars for the first time. As Theodore Championship leader goes up the inside of Boullen. Boullen will squeeze him through the left-hander. Not going to have any of that up there, surely. And doesn't do. Through the right-hander now, out onto the main straight. Championship leader trying to have another look up the inside. There's Coleman, the leader. 11 is Fegan, second place. 3rd is Boullen, number 2. He's got his other sponsors here this weekend. 2 lots of sponsors. Joe Boullen, his original sponsor Leckler Coatings, still supporting him this season and next season. Just announced an enhanced package for Joe. Helped of course by the fact they were here last month when he took the win. And he's just been picked up by Dave Jackson Civil Engineering, who have had Joe already out on some major circuits. I know he was testing in a car at Donington recently, and they look like they're in for the long term and trying to help Joe to get into cars in the longer term as a professional career. So very fortunate young man, Joe Boullen, at the moment. He's there in 3rd place. Theodore right behind him, 4th. Then comes Scary Ross, and Roy Gill second early on. He's down to 6th place now. I said to James Theodore earlier on, as he looks up the inside of Boullen, what's the strategy for today, James? Bearing in mind you've pretty much got the championship tied up. And James said, as we see, well, that's Roy Gill just disappearing. You see the mud in this. Oh, there goes right in front of the camera. That's Roy Gill straight on in turn 1. You can see the mud kick off. Never quite saw him go off. There he is. Just clips to go. He's back on. Yeah, getting back to the Theodore story, I said to James earlier on, I said, what's the strategy then? He said, today it is podium or crash. That was the strategy.
Alan, I'm just sneaking up on Helen Theodore, James's mum. She doesn't like me interviewing her during the race, but I think on this occasion I'm going to have to. He's just overtaken Joe Boullen, and it is looking like a very good race. Helen, fantastic race from James.
Yes, yeah, absolutely brilliant. I mean, I just, we were 25 points ahead going into this. We were very, very happy in a fantastic position, and now he's up to 3rd place. I just can't believe it.
And are we going to be seeing you next year?
Yes, definitely. We'll be back in motors. We've got to change, go up to juniors. We're nearly 5 kilos today, overweight in Minimax. So fantastic effort from James. We've won motors, or virtually won motors now. It's just absolutely brilliant, and we'll be back with you next year.
And you're going to win it in juniors?
Yeah, we'll be in juniors. Different class. Got to get the engine sorted, but hopefully we'll be up there yet again.
Congratulations, very well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Talking to James Theodore, he slid down the inside of Joe Boullen in the first part of Luna. I'm a bit surprised that Boullen allowed him through there. Squeeze right through, only a cart width. Last lap for Pippa Coleman, the race leader. There's Fegan in second. Joe Boullen, kart number 2, in 4th place. Theodore still on the podium there in 3rd. Ross Anderson in 5th. Frada 6, 13 is Holmes, 24 Parry, 3 is Anderson, 4 Gress, and 34 Jordan King. He's in 11th place. Tell you what, that's not a bad drive by Jordan King. If you remember, he was off through turn 1. He was the poleman earlier on, and he's driven it back to the midfield from way behind. So the extreme racing kart there of Jordan King, putting in a very good performance in his first visit here and his first appearance in the Motors TV Championship. It's Coleman that takes the win though. Pippa Coleman takes the win in her second appearance in the championship, but it's James Theodore that wraps the title up with the fastest lap on the last lap.